Yes.
Yeah, turn the headphones down.
Yeah, turn me down the headphones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 All right, let me double check the sounds one more time. Okay, we good there. Mic check, everybody. Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check. Mic check. Me give me the mic.
Mic check, mic check, mic check.
Mic.
You can actually turn my headphones up a little bit.
Mic.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Mic check, mic check. I don't hear myself in them. Yeah, that's ridiculous. There we go. Yeah, that's
John, you want to see that?
that's
What's
insane.
that? Whoa.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Shout out the milk wagon.
Are you crazy?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Good 3.
Yes. Good evening. It's Tuesday. You know what it means. Time for another episode of Sports for You on a Tuesday, post-draft edition. I'm John. That's Mark.
Yo, what up with it?
It's Nick Freeze.
What it do?
And the man working the sounds, of course, is the one and only Mr. Ben Ready. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure you hit the like on the Sports for You Facebook page and hit the subscribe button to the Townhouse Media YouTube channel. All right, to get into, we're going to focus a lot on the recap of the NFL draft. Talking a little NBA.
Kyrie is a bucket.
Man.
Sitting here in the
Dog's
studio, and the Bucks and the Nets are playing round 2 of their home-and-home series, and the Bucks are up by 3 on Brooklyn right now. As Giannis is up, pulls up, and we went playing
That
in the
jumper is ugly.
mismatch Giannis's.
I was trash.
So thank y'all for joining us. A lot to get into again. Like I said, follow us on social, Sports for You on Instagram, Townhouse Media Now Instagram, Sports for You on Facebook, and Townhouse Media on Facebook, and wherever you listen to your podcast, hit that subscribe and that notification button on Spotify, Spreaker, Apple, iHeartRadio, Google Pod, Amazon Music, Stitcher, and Verbal. Let's get to one story that I don't know if you guys heard about the story, but I thought it was something we need to touch on. It's a sad story in the world of boxing. There's a boxer out of Puerto Rico. His name was Felix Verdejo.
Mm-hmm.
And he was being investigated because his pregnant girlfriend at the time, was reported missing. She was a mistress? Wow.
Whoa.
He shot that with his left hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the story came out that they found the young lady's body in a monsoon in Puerto Rico.
Damn.
27. And now this boxer has to turn himself in. He's being charged. They were facing murder charges. Just sad story. I don't even want to read all the details. Just as an unborn child involved in this situation. If y'all want to look it up, y'all know where to find it. But I just thought it was just, we need to send prayer out to that family. That's just a sad story. Just, I don't know what the situation is, but there's no situation that's worth taking somebody's life.
Nah.
And the life of an unborn child. If that's the case. I don't know haven't followed up on it, but you just now pray that baby can survive. Because I don't know how far along in term she was, but it's
That's
just
foul.
foul. It's just foul.
I wasn't expecting to hear that as the opening story.
Yeah, I hadn't heard about that.
It's a sad story,
Yeah, that's crazy.
but just keep that family uplifted.
Most definitely, because that's most definitely a horrible case right there. And I hope
Yeah, and
if the whole justice gets served or somehow whatever, that's a crazy situation.
if that man did that, we need to put him underneath the jail.
Yeah, most definitely.
It's just pathetic. It's real pathetic. But we also want to thank y'all. Last week we had our Sports for You. Last week was draft week. NFL draft was a great watch. We had our draft preview last Tuesday. We did our mock drafts. We're gonna recap those. We also had our Thursday. We had our watch along party during round 1. So thank all y'all who tuned in. Over 1,300 people viewed it.
I didn't know that. Wow, that's crazy. Hey, 1,300 people.
Yeah, the views was big on Facebook. Was nice on Facebook. So shout out anybody who just was either about if you watched for 5 minutes or 5 seconds. We appreciate it.
For real.
I appreciate you more if you watch for 5 minutes.
Absolutely.
Or the whole 4 hours.
Oh
Yeah,
that's most appreciated.
Yo, if you watch 4 hours, dog, we
Shout
got
out to y'all for having the first 4-hour show under the
umbrella.
Oh yeah, shout out to us.
Yo, I wish we had something that we could have gave away to the listeners who listen to the whole 4 hours. Like
Yes.
if we had a merch, like a shirt or something that we can give out. You know what I'm saying? Because that.
Well, we have a bunch of time. I mean, all sports events, even for
Yeah.
And we,
But I just want to show the appreciation for the people who was there for the whole 4 hours, man.
absolutely.
That's really dope.
It was a great night.
I want to send shout out to John and Nick who was there for 4 hours too, with all that food and didn't fall asleep.
Yeah.
Shout out to China Gate. Again, shout out to China Gate for the food.
China Gate and Pepsi.
Yeah.
It was a great night. So let's talk a little. Let's go ahead and talk on a couple of things. We're gonna talk about Deshaun Watson, but we're gonna talk about that as we talk about the draft recap because now the stories, the off the field and on the field had their first collision, and it happened Friday when the Houston Texans made their first pick of the draft. But we'll get into that one later. Let's talk a little NBA, gentlemen, because we're officially 2 weeks away from the playoffs.
It's crazy, right?
The play-in tournament has been a topic of discussion, especially now because LeBron James basically said that the play-in tournament, that whoever came up with the play-in tournament should be fired.
He did say that last year.
I'm glad you said that.
And LeBron's defense, I agree. I didn't have a problem with it in the bubble though. Like now we back to somewhat normalization.
Yeah,
Like no, just go with your top 8.
and he wasn't the only person who had issues with the play-in tournament this year. We heard Mark Cuban, Luka Doncic, they've spoken out against it. They just thought maybe it was just not the right time because we're compacting so many games in. We're playing a 72-game season. We got teams playing 5 games in 7 nights. There have been so many injuries. So now the question is,
So basically, the teams who might have to play in that tournament are complaining.
yeah.
I don't see the Clippers complaining about it.
Well, that's pretty much it. I think it was all circumstance. Because I think had the Lakers not gone through the slump that we went through recently, I don't think LeBron would have said that. I don't think we got some comments. And then I don't think if Dallas hadn't gone through what they were going through, they wouldn't have said Mark Cuban or Luka would have said anything. Sounds so I said, will there be an NBA draft watch along? We'll see. We'll see how many really good players are around for the draft. Let's be real, because after the first 3 picks, the draft the draft is pretty much.
It was like the first 5, 6.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how. I haven't heard really a lot about this draft yet, so.
Nah, it's. I would say we can get to the top 10. After the top 10,
or just the lottery.
yeah.
Yeah. After the lottery, it's pretty much over.
Yeah. After that, we'll just probably be eating more China Gate and just watching along with y'all.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you after pick 14 who's a good player because this draft is gonna be interesting because
I'll be lucky I get to 14.
good point.
The way this season went. Same thing with football. You have to do a whole lot of research of people because a lot of people didn't play.
And then you got to think about it now because, as you just said, a lot of players didn't play, and then there was a lot of those players who also opted for that, that to go to the G League and play for that, that elite team that was coached by Brian Shaw.
Hey, I know one thing. It's going to be very, very interesting in sports over the next 2 years because of the pandemic. Because even at all levels, even especially at the high school level. That's why I said this upcoming year, JUCO is going to be crazy because a lot of those players that usually have that breakout senior year didn't get a chance to get that, so they might have to go to JUCO and they're going to be balling up over there. Oh, he should have took that layup. But yeah, that might
Slim
that's,
Reaper.
that's why. Yeah, I ain't calling him that either. But but that's the big reason why I say that.
That's Draymond's fault.
Yeah, I agree with you with that with the JUCO players. I'm the next couple years. It's about to be real crazy.
Yes, and now the HBCU element also is going to be involved a lot now.
That's gonna be insane because there's gonna be a lot of good players gonna start doing that because all these dudes they all play with each other up over their AAU and everything. So that's all it takes. Pause.
No, the Pepsi.
But speaking of that, there was news the other day as far as recruiting in the HBCU. Shakir O'Neal, Shakir, Shaq's youngest son, announced he's going to Texas Southern.
Maybe the older brother should go there with him.
He's not that good.
He ain't getting no runs at LSU.
He's not. Sharif thinking no playing time at LSU.
Not much.
Wow.
I mean, he was a 3-star out of high school anyway. He wasn't like no top athlete.
He basically said, yeah. Shaq said he should have stayed at UCLA so he could have met up with that girl who was the gymnast. I was like, wow, Shaq, you really just gonna solicit your son on national TV like that? The girl from UCLA who was the gymnast who everyone was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So she was a guest on the NBA team on Tuesday, and Shaq tried to shoot a shot for his son.
Speaking of Shaq, the Big Podcast with Shaq
every Wednesday. So shout out to Shaq. Here's the podcast.
It's probably hilarious.
It probably is.
So let's get to the back on the play-in tournament. Oh yeah. I see what you're saying. I see it now. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let Nick see the comment first.
What was you saying, John? Go ahead.
The play-in tournament. So the play-in tournament now. It sounds like right now. I don't know. I haven't looked to see who's the East.
Shout out to Kenzie.
That's all I see, man. But the West right now seems like is what everybody's been talking about because with the West playing tournament, you're looking at Portland, Memphis, Golden State, San Antonio, could possibly see New Orleans. In the East, you're looking at Boston, Charlotte, Indiana, Washington now, and then and maybe Toronto or I don't know, maybe Chicago. Now that Zach LaVine's out of the COVID protocols now, it's still long. It's a long way to pause, dude. For them to get back into the top 10,
I think they're gonna be a problem next year.
They're 4 games out of the 10 spot.
Nah, I think next year is gonna be the year for Chicago because him and Vucevic is gonna be a cold combo,
and they gonna have a high draft pick. So guess what?
and that also helps Lauri Markkanen, he hasn't been playing too well, but he can just worry about really just scoring because they got Vucevic now. He might be on a trade block.
Who, Markkanen?
Yeah, and they can get some players for him because he's still a good player.
And it depends on what pick they get. Cause
very true.
In my head, the kid from SC would be great for them.
Ooh.
Wow, that would be.
Hey,
nice.
and Vucevic is, went to USC too.
So did. Good point. So
and LaVine went to UCLA.
So how do y'all feel about? I mean, how are y'all feeling about the play-in tournament?
Like I said, in the bubble, I get it. Especially because they had all that time off.
Right.
Now, it just seems like you're trying to put too many games in too little of a time. And then you want to add the play-in. Like, I don't want to say that's the reason why so many people are getting hurt. But
Texas boys.
But it's to me, it's also that plays a factor into why we've seen so many injuries.
Oh, Durant Paul sized them up.
Can PJ Tucker beat Durant up?
Man, it'll be bad.
PJ Tucker
said it'll be bad.
PJ Tucker said, "You don't want the smoke. You don't want the smoke, Kevin.
Yeah.
You don't want the smoke, Kevin.
It'll get ugly for him."
Remember who was the OG at Texas before you got there?
Pretty much.
And then here you come over joking with him. Nah,
that's Giannis' older brother.
Don't do that. I'd have took him right out the game.
Like, what you laughing for, dude?
Clown.
Hey, if I'm PJ Tucker, I got a problem with him.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Yeah, no, we not. We were just getting into it, and you coming there laughing and joking with him.
Yeah, over there sniggling and giggling.
Yeah.
He said, "I don't care." BJ's like, "I don't care what your last name is. I don't care if Giannis your brother."
Money. Blake was over there doing the extras.
By the way,
and
Blake
they caught that foul.
By the way, Blake had a sick poster dunk the other. It was a putback.
Oh,
I ain't probably seen him jump that high since he was with the Clippers.
Is that Bobby Portis?
Yeah.
Wow.
I ain't heard of him since he got his face broke.
No, he broke somebody's face.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, the dude. Yeah, whatever happened to that guy?
Who was that? We don't need to talk about that here. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
That was the thing about the tournament is they really doing this to make sure to figure out a way to get Zion really into the playoffs.
True.
So that's pretty much what it was last year, and it was like obvious that that's what the whole reason why they made this tournament was to figure out a way to get Zion into the playoffs. And it was a situation where if he would have went to the playoffs, he would have played the Lakers in the first round. That's what they really wanted to see, but it didn't happen. So I guess they're trying to figure out a way for it to happen right now.
I think what's going to happen is you're going to see Clippers and Lakers in the first round.
If the playoffs start today, that's the seeding because the Clippers are the 4 and the Lakers are the 5. Who knew?
I know, right?
We've been wanting to see this for a year. I think it's finally going to be the year it happens.
I would rather see it in the Western Conference Finals, though.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, Lakers didn't hold up their bargain. They were the ones who slacked off because therefore if we didn't have this serious tumble with injuries. Well, Anthony Davis injury, LeBron injury.
Was he injured before he got injured? Because he for sure was playing trash.
Something wasn't right. But people forget. Remember that game 5 in the finals?
He played terrible.
And we thought he almost tweaked his Achilles then too.
Man, look, Anthony Davis, he needs to show the Lakers that he can be able to hold it down once LeBron's up out of there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. So they're saying right now after 3 quarters, the Nets when they're leading, they're 33-1. They said the Bucks are 33-7. How this game's going down to the wire again?
Pretty much. That's usually how it goes when having James Harden was playing.
So let's also talk about another thing. Last week we brought up the situation with Jeannie Buss when she was on All the Smoke.
Did you say Jason Hart was playing?
No. Is he? No, I think any assistant coach at SC?
Yeah.
I was saying, I was like, he came out of retirement?
That was funny.
I remember hearing him on the radio.
Wow, that's hilarious.
I was like, Jay, I remember hearing him on the radio during the whole when SC basketball.
Oh yeah.
What about
So Jeannie Buss, we brought this up last week. She told Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson who our 5 most important Lakers were. So I'm thinking that we should, in each sport we're gonna talk NBA right now.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're gonna go ahead over to the MLB, and then we'll end up with the NFL. Who were the 5 most important players of our favorite teams? Or people? And here's the question: are we still? And this was what Michael Thompson said: are we sticking to on the court, or can we? Are we talking about as a franchise?
As what you mean as far as what the person did?
Yes.
I mean, it should be strictly what the person did for the franchise.
Okay.
If you're gonna talk about the franchise's best player.
Okay. Well, I got my 5 for the Lakers. That's easy: Kobe, Magic, Kareem, Jerry West, and Dr. Buss. Boss.
Are you kidding me?
Those are my 5 most important Lakers.
For the Clippers, it's gonna be very short. Chris Paul is for show on there. He's most definitely one of the most important Clippers of all time. What's my boy from back in the day? Bob McAdoo.
That's right. Bob McAdoo was a Clipper.
Mm-hmm.
He was a Buffalo Brave, right?
Buffalo Brave, yeah. I think he had a chance to wear a Clipper jersey. But anyways, him. Crazy thing is, Blake most definitely. Elton Brand. And Lamar Odom.
Wow. So you said Chris Paul, Blake, Bob McAdoo, Elton Brand, and Lamar Odom. I think a lot of people forget about when Lamar Odom was a Clipper because they always remember him with the Lakers.
That's when he was at his best. Well, as far as like him being like the main focus of a team, that was when he was at his best. But of course, his best play was with the Lakers.
Yeah. For me, it's Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd and Jason Kidd.
There you go.
Jason Kidd, the second best point guard in the NBA. Scott Brooks.
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah. We're going to talk about that as well.
Who first?
Magic.
It's Magic.
Mr. Irvin Magic Johnson.
He's at a certain level as far as for point guards that it's going to be very difficult for somebody to catch.
So that's why I feel we're the
Not that
five
level.
most important Lakers. And that's saying a lot because obviously you can bring up Shaq, you can bring up Will, you bring up Elgin Baylor, you bring up James Worthy, but obviously there was 3 untouchables on that list, and that was Kobe, Magic, and Kareem. And I just felt like with Jerry West, everything he did on the floor and off the floor is a key, is combined to greatness. Obviously, he only won 1 championship as a player, but he was responsible for almost 15 as an executive. Whoa, hold
That's
on.
crazy.
What we got in the comments? Let me see.
Isaiah Thomas is second of all time.
Who said that? Ethan?
Who's saying
point
No,
guard?
my man Kenzie saying no. And I hate Isaiah Thomas because I hate the Pistons. But I respect his legendariness on the floor. But he's not better than Jason Kidd. I'm sorry. We can have this debate all day. You don't want to go there with this dude right now.
I stay out of point debates with Jason Kidd because I'm biased,
Yeah. Look, I understand what Scott Brooks was trying to say.
and I don't know how to be not biased. So
Yeah, same here. So, but I'm like, I know what Scott Brooks was trying to say because obviously 4th straight year that Russ has averaged a triple-double. But let's be clear, he's not better than Magic. He's not better than
Isaiah Thomas.
He's not better
He's
than
really not.
He's not better than Jason Kidd. He's not better than Isaiah Thomas.
He's not better than Stephen Curry.
Is he better than Steve Nash?
He's not better than Chris Paul.
Is he better than John Stockton?
He's more athletic than John Stockton.
That's where it stops.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
John Stockton.
I don't care what. Listen, you can say people like, oh, he led the league in assist and all that.
John Stockton leads the entire history of basketball in assists.
Exactly.
Who's second?
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd wasn't gonna catch that white boy.
No,
And it's crazy because John Stockton also is the all-time leader in steals too.
Jason Kidd's number 2. Jordan's number 3.
Look, and Russ and this all start, and I blame Kendrick Perkins for this.
Chris Paul got 23.6 rebounds, 16 assists, 4 steals, and 2 blocks.
Oh, we got to talk about Mr. MVP.
Are you kidding me?
We got to talk about him as Mr. MVP candidate.
Hey,
Could Joel Embiid?
Well, I said candidate. We gotta have a legitimate conversation about this with Chris Paul,
I said it a couple weeks ago.
because now the Phoenix Suns have the best record in the West.
Who the hell just dropped that?
Fran Vliet brother.
Is that he looked like him?
That's why I was like, who is that?
I just said his name James. I thought Mike James.
Who, Mike Jones?
Mike James. I thought Mike James retired. Mike James was. I thought Mike James was dark skinned too.
That's Van Fleet, man. He tricking y'all, man.
Hey, yeah, I don't
He
know who
playing
that
for
is.
He playing for 2 contracts.
Yeah.
Man, come on, stop being greedy. Rest in
Hey,
peace,
oh
dude.
my God, this team is terrible. They
So SoCal says top 5 point guards are Magic, Isaiah, J. Kidd, Stockton, and Steph. I don't argue on this, but you're still. I'm not putting Jason Kidd over Isaiah Thomas. I'm not taking Isaiah over Jason Kidd. I'm sorry.
Mine's is Magic and then Jason Kidd and
Y'all can have the rest.
yeah.
Mine for
Okay,
sure is Magic, Jason Kidd, Chris Paul's up there,
I'm not mad.
and
And see, everybody he named, I'm not mad at if people put them in their top 5. That's
Me
why.
either.
That's why I'm not even arguing with.
yeah.
Me either.
I can't even debate what he said. Like,
Unless somebody say something crazy, Isaiah's for sure in the top
traveled.
5. Yeah, that was horrible, and he made that. Wow,
he walked from Milwaukee to Brooklyn.
man.
All right. So I don't have an NBA team, so I can't do no top 5 most important players. We doing baseball next or football?
Yeah, let's head over to the diamond. Let's talk some MLB baseball. Let's do our 5 most important in baseball. Mark, I do not envy Mark, but damn, I don't envy myself because this gave me a migraine thinking about who were the 5 most important Dodgers. And obviously, 2 people I'm not taking off this list are Vin Scully and Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, they're definitely not going nowhere. Just like for the Angels, Nolan Ryan and what you call him not going nowhere, and Mike Trout.
Okay. So I have Van, Jackie.
Mike Scotia?
For the Angels or for the Angels? Well, he was the only last manager to win the World Series for the Angels, and probably the winningest manager in their franchise.
Yeah, that might, yeah.
So
that puts you over there.
Well, then I'm thinking, okay, Lasorda,
Tommy Lasorda,
So yeah, most definitely.
Lasorda,
Hershiser.
Koufax,
All right.
Koufax 4, and 5 is difficult because you think of all the great pitchers. You think of Newcomb, you think of Roy Campanella, you think of Don Sutton, obviously Kershaw.
I'm trying to think.
By the way, do y'all know who's the Dodgers' all-time leader in home runs?
Who?
Eric Karros.
What about Mike Piazza? Where you put Mike Piazza at?
Man, forget him.
What's wrong with Mike Piazza?
I mean, he didn't go in the Hall of Fame as a Dodger. That still hurts.
Oh, someone's petty Betty.
No, I'm trying to. I mean, he considers himself.
What, he went there for the A's?
No, he went in as a Met. He went in the Hall of Fame as a Met.
Oh yeah, y'all had some problems when y'all broke up, huh?
Yeah, because it was contract. Because that was between the time when the Dodgers were being sold to Fox.
He retired as a Met.
He went in the Hall. He went in the Hall of Fame as a Met because it was him. That was the class. It was just him and Griffey. That's like Griffey saying, "I'm going in the Hall of Fame as a Cincinnati Red."
I can't even say that right now. Now go ahead.
Come on, man.
See, you did your 5, Nick?
Nah. I forgot about my boy Vladimir Guerrero.
Yeah, you gotta have Vlad.
Vlad's on there for sure. Hey, Vlad wasn't no joke.
Hey, he's in.
You got Mike Trout on there?
First ballot.
You got Mike Trout on
Mike
there?
Trout. He's a lock.
I'm already at 3.
He's a lock.
Gary Disarcina.
What about Troy Gloss?
Yeah, Troy Gloss. Darren Erstad.
What about the
Let me see.
Garrett Anderson?
what about the picture
I was about to
on the
say
guy
Garrett
one
Anderson. Who?
Who? I was gonna say that, but
Man, hold on now.
You should have said it because you got on mic.
Oh, you talking about Jim Abbott?
Jim Abbott.
I mean, the dude. I mean, how many players say that they played their career with what someone would say as a disability?
I'm not even about to go there. All right, so look, I got Scotia, I got Mike Trout, I got Vladimir, I got Nolan Ryan, and
Because I really want to hear yours because yours is gonna be you're gonna leave a lot of people off for your list, Paul.
I did. Pause. I want to say Anderson.
Garrett Anderson.
Yeah.
Anderson. I got Bobby Cox.
Pause.
You got what? Huh?
The manager.
Oh my gosh. I got the coach of the Braves.
Yeah. Deion does it. Deion.
Hank Aaron.
Definitely.
Most definitely.
Always.
Glavin.
Yeah.
No,
he doesn't.
No. Smotes.
Who was that? Dane Diaz?
Dane Diaz.
You don't call out names. Clown.
And this is tough, man, because I want to put my boy Andrew Jones on there.
So you said Bobby,
Hank Aaron,
Glavin,
Smotes. Yeah, and 5 is where I got stuck at.
So you think you have Maddox?
Mm-hmm.
You have, like you say, you have Andrew Jones,
David Justice,
you forgot
Chipper Jones.
I'll probably say Chipper Jones.
I want to put the 3 pitchers up there. Is what I want to do.
I don't blame you because they all went in Hall of Fame first ballot just a year apart.
Yeah.
Glavin and Maddox went in the Hall of Fame together, and then Smoltz went in the following year just because they were a year apart in retirement.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
Bro, if he would have dunked that would have been crazy.
By the way, Greg Maddox, if this helps, I just heard today he won 355 games for his career.
Man. Yeah, Greg Maddox.
Baseball is ridiculous.
Yeah, man, I'm going Bobby, Hank Aaron, and then the 3 pitchers, man.
That pitching, y'all lineup was sick, man. And I know y'all only won one World Series, but y'all won 12 division titles. Man.
they was them guys back then.
That's funny because the Braves was good when the Bills was good.
Well, right back.
Well, I can't wait to hear you say who you say about the Bills.
Oh man.
Levi Wallace.
Yeah, he won't make the list. Before we get to the NFL, little college football news is something we need to pay attention to. Is getting ready for as spring practices are wrapped up. There's talk about expansion with the college football playoff. They say it's inevitable that the college football playoff will move from 4 teams to 8 teams.
Of course, it's more
That's what they should have did in the first place. But hey, that's just me. It would have made more sense.
And on the college front, you know who they saying the projected number 1 pick is?
Cool.
JT Daniels.
I saw that.
Wow.
I'm hearing. By the way, I saw a few mock drafts. They say him.
Ooh.
This is the quarterback from Cincinnati.
A quarterback from Cincinnati gonna be good.
Who?
Hey,
what was the last quarterback from Cincinnati that got drafted?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Um,
I'm trying to think. What was his name? He was.
But yeah, they got JT Daniels. So I was like, man, let's see how he do this year at Georgia. Let's see how if he live up to this.
Well, I have no comment on him.
well, yeah. So now let's go ahead and shift over to the NFL. Good segue, producer Ben Ready. And now we can talk about what was the talk of the whole weekend. And that was the 2021 NFL Draft. And again, thank everybody who hung out with us during the watch along for the 4 hours. Thank again, Chinagate. Thank Pepsi. Everybody for the food. NFL Network, great broadcast. ESPN, great broadcast. ABC, great broadcast. We watched on the NFL Network, so a little more bias there. Shout out to Rich Eisen and the whole crew. And everyone in Cleveland who showed up. It was good to see fans back at an event, and it looked normal. Mm-hmm. So, let's before we get into the serious stuff about the draft. What was your fun part of watching the draft this year?
Honestly, man, watching it with fans of other teams, because I get to see in real time how other passionate fans are. You know what I'm saying? Like, we seen John's reaction.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, at least you was all right.
We seen Ben's reaction, and then we seen Nick's reaction. So, like, to me, that was dope, man.
It would have been dope if the Raiders would have chose their second round pick in the first round.
Save it for the recap. Save it for the recap.
Yeah.
I know you're still upset right now, so save it for the recap. Mine, for me, was just seeing the fans, and they was passionate. By the way, the best moment of the draft. Did y'all see the guy who came on the stage dressed like the Macho Man?
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny.
And the thing was, he's not Macho Man. Obviously, rest in peace, Randy Savage. He was Macho Fan. And he had the Macho Man mask. I thought that was his face, but you had to look closer. There's a mask. And then I'm listening to Charles Davis and Daniel Jeremiah basically talk about the Macho Man's minor league baseball career. And I think he had a voiceover role in one of the Spider-Man animated series. I never knew that. I learned a lot more about the Macho Man than I probably did watching the A&E biography. But that was fun to seeing all the fans. What about you, Nick?
I think it was definitely one of the things was definitely seeing the fans, seeing them sitting in the chair and everything when Goodell walked out. That was pretty dope. But the real dope thing was, of course, like it is every year, seeing these young dudes' reaction to getting drafted.
Yes.
And seeing how happy they are. And I think I forgot what was the dude's name. Oh my God, I can't remember what his name is right now.
That what?
That when he got drafted, he told his mom, you retired.
Oh, that was Kwity Paye from Michigan. From Michigan, got drafted by the Colts.
Yeah, that was dope. That was really dope. I think that was like the moment of the weekend right there.
So before we get to the recap, we have the question that's just been asked, and obviously I know everybody's wondering.
Before you continue, Brooklyn's defense is garbage.
Breaking news? Is that breaking news?
No, it's just I just had to look away for like literally 2 minutes and I see the score.
I thought they was winning.
I thought they were winning the last time I watched.
Yeah, SoCal just asked, are y'all going to Vegas for the 2022 draft? Man. It has now been official. The NFL announced the NFL draft will take place in Vegas next year, April 28th through April 30th, 2022.
They also announced that Sports for You podcast will be there too.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm about to say if y'all not gonna be up over there, after the show will be on video call because I'm gonna be out there.
We'll see y'all in the next 360 plus days because we will be there. We'll be around We'll be at the NFL Experience. We'll be near Vegas Boulevard. All that next year for the 2022 NFL Draft. So if y'all see us, holla at us.
Or don't.
Yeah.
Or no, whatever. He said it. So let's talk about the draft now. The serious part. So Kingsley said that Brooklyn's defense, that's broken news like Jalen and Jacoby would say. Shout out to Jalen and Jacoby. Yeah, everyone say, I'll see you there. Yeah, we'll be there. Stay tuned. Oh, man. So let's get into the draft. And obviously there was one story that just overclouded the whole weekend. And outclouded the whole, that was just like a rain cloud over the whole draft.
No, I was talking about that Kyrie Irving shot.
How did he make that?
He's one of the best finishers in basketball, man. Just y'all ain't gotta like what anything the dude stand for, but you gotta respect the dude's gangster. When he's on the floor, you better make sure your sneakers are tied up because he's gonna break your ankles. Aaron Rodgers. When we went live on Thursday, this was the story that started the whole show. And it's Tuesday of next week, and he didn't have that. He didn't shoot that in rhythm.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers
Pause.
Someone has told Adam Schefter that Aaron Rodgers wants out of Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers over the weekend was spotted at the Kentucky Derby with some of his former Packer teammates, A.J. Hawk, Randall Cobb. I think I saw current teammates, David Bakhtiari. What is that?
That's what we were talking about.
Giannis, what are you doing?
There was nothing he could do.
That was good defense.
That was just a better shot. Shout out to Kyrie.
So what about
Aaron Rodgers. He was at the Kentucky Derby over the weekend. Him and his fiance, some of his former teammates. I think current teammates. They go every year. He was in the booth. Brady was in the booth, and he was asked about the interview. Mm-hmm. The questions about him wanting out of Green Bay. He said, I don't want to talk about it. And he said that the information was leaked to the media. Pause the music, being ready. Hey, Raj. You don't want nothing out to the media? Because you got to believe the Green Bay Packers were going to be asked about this. And, of course, they were going to respond. Back to the NFL films, being ready.
I also don't like when players do that.
Yeah, passive aggressive.
Like if you want to get out of Green Bay, when somebody asks you about it, just say, "Yo, I want to get out of here."
And that's the problem. And then if he just came out and said, "I want to be traded," nobody's gonna be mad at him.
Nah. I mean, the whole. I'm with what Shannon said about that this morning, when he was like, now all of a sudden, they're calling him left and right, but when they went and drafted Jordan Love, they didn't do no type of phone calls with Aaron Rodgers to let him know, like, hey, we about to draft this quarterback, let him learn under you for a while. At least they did that with Brett Favre. They let Brett Favre know that they were drafting Aaron Rodgers.
That's true.
So now, the question is, where does Aaron Rodgers suit up week one? There's talk. Vegas has the odds. They still say Green Bay's the favorite. That he's not getting traded.
I don't think he's going to get traded either.
But then they also say there's two teams who are front runners, if he was not don the Packer green next year.
Mm-hmm.
One is Nick Freese's Las Vegas Raiders. The other is my Denver Broncos. And I saw where Bill Barnwell has some trade scenarios for teams that they wanted to trade for Aaron Rodgers. The trade scenario for you guys was trading Derek Carr, I think 3-1s. Matter of fact, I'm going to find the article.
What?
I'm going to find an article from Bill Barnwell so we can be exact. I want to be exactly clear what Bill Barnwell suggested. But he suggested 7 teams who he feels could trade for Aaron Rodgers. And at the top of the list are my Denver Broncos and your Las Vegas Raiders. just off, and let's bring down around what we were experiencing Thursday when the reports were circulating that the Broncos could be trying to trade for Aaron Rodgers. Mm-hmm. So Mark Schlereth came out today, and he clarified that he was talking to a source who he trusts, and they're saying this Aaron Rodgers to the Broncos thing is real. Aaron Rodgers hears about this, and he DMs Mark Schlereth. He's like asking, where are you hearing this? I'm hearing it from a source. And he tells him, well, don't, until you hear from me, just relax.
That sounds like he about to be a Denver Bronco.
Well, we'll see.
Or either that or he just ruined the chances of y'all getting them.
I don't think he'll be a Denver Bronco. I think he'll stay right with
Green Bay. I think he is too.
I feel like I'm gonna take the same stance that I said Texans should take. Retire.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the rumor is that he might, but
That's what Carson Palmer did.
and that's what they brought up. That's the example they brought.
Carson Palmer said, I quit. I'll holler at y'all later, Cincinnati. I'm about to waste my career up over here.
Mm-hmm.
So again, let's see what Mr. Barnwell suggests for teams to try to trade for A.A. Raj. Let me go to that.
Milwaukee is killing them in the fourth quarter. This is ridiculous.
Well, they don't play defense. Nick, I try to tell people.
Oh, my God. This dude, Kyrie, is a walking bucket.
When you don't play defense, what you expect? So, y'all think Aaron Rodgers doesn't get traded?
No.
No. And if he gets traded, of course, I hope he gets traded to my Raiders.
Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all some these trade scenarios that Bill Barnwell has suggested. You tell me if these intrigue you. Obviously, you're at Green Bay. You don't want to trade the reigning 3-time MVP. Mm-hmm. But would you take a listen if you heard these trades? Number 7, the Tennessee Titans.
No.
No way. They have nothing to offer.
I don't want nothing from you.
Well, let me at least say the trade first, just for the listeners.
Well, if I was Green Bay, I would have hung up.
Right.
As soon as I seen Tennessee area code. What's up? Nope.
Ryan Tannehill.
No.
And 2 1s for Aaron Rodgers and a 4th.
No.
Yeah, that's not.
Get off my phone.
And so here comes. So Nick, here's your Las Vegas Raiders at number 6. Mm-hmm. Derek Carr. Mm-hmm. 2 1s. Number 2. 2 1s in 2022 and 2023. Mm-hmm. A 2nd in 2022 for Aaron Rodgers and a 4th.
That can work. I mean, it helps both teams. I mean, they Green Bay still gets a quarterback that they can play until they feel they boy is ready. And you got to remember, Carr's contract is only for another 2 years, and it's not guaranteed.
That's what I was just thinking about. And I think Carr is better than Tannehill.
Yes, he is. Most definitely.
I would take a listen to that.
Okay. Let's go to number 5. This is the Max Kellerman suggestion.
Oh, Lord.
I'm saying no.
But Bill Barnwell suggested it. The Cleveland Browns. You offer 2 1s, Baker Mayfield, David Njoku for Aaron Rodgers and cornerback Josh Jackson. Aaron Rodgers orchestrating the offense that has Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry,
that looks
and
nice.
Austin Hooper.
That looks nice for the Browns.
And the number 1 offensive line in football.
That looks nice for the Browns.
And the defense with Jadeveon Clowney, Myles Garrett, John Johnson, Troy Hill.
That looks very
now Jeremiah
that's very nice for
Usu-Corroy,
the
Greg
Browns.
Newsome.
So wait. The Packers will get the first round pick.
They get 2 1s, Baker Mayfield and David Njoku.
Baker Mayfield's pretty much almost the same age as a dude they just drafted.
And
he's like a few years older than
And
him.
he got more experience.
Yep.
And David Njoku for Aaron Rodgers and
let's
Josh
not
Jackson.
forget, they're going to eventually pay Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
Baker Mayfield's under rookie contract.
That's cool. That's perfect for Green Bay.
Time out.
Because that gives Jordan Love 2 more years to.
Yeah, 2 more years to see if he
1 more year.
was on. What this is Baker's 4th year.
He picked the fifth. They picked the 5th year option up.
They did.
Okay. Never mind then.
So let's just breathe on this real quick. Aaron Rodgers, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry, Austin Hooper, and the number 1 O-line in football.
Are you kidding me?
With a defense with Myles Garrett, Jadeveon Clowney, Greg Newsome, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, John Johnson, Troy Hill,
Greedy.
Denzel Ward,
Greedy.
Greg Newsome, Greedy Williams, Grant Delpit. Forgot about him.
Oh, yeah,
Safety
yeah.
from LSU. He missed last year with a torn Achilles.
Oh yeah. If I'm Cleveland,
Aaron Rodgers and Odell Beckham.
I would be like, I would offer as much as I'd offer more than that to get Aaron Rodgers up over there.
If I'm Cleveland, I'm throwing another first round pick. You want 3 first round picks?
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd add more to that
Aaron Rodgers and Jarvis Landry.
because, like, don't get me wrong, Njoku's another player, but he hasn't really lived up to the expectations they thought he would be, and he doesn't want to be there in general. So they just be basically just getting him up out of here.
Aaron Rodgers with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb.
That'd be good. Who's the next thing?
All right, that's number 5. Number
That'd
4.
be good.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, put
That'd be scary. Goodbye, Chiefs.
number 4. The New York Football Giants.
But if Cleveland choked, then they got to blame it on Aaron Rodgers, which they seem to never do now.
3 1s and Darius Slayton.
What?
The Giants will offer 3 1s and Darius Slayton.
No.
Hang the phone up.
Bye, Gettleman. Number 3, the Miami Dolphins, and this is interesting. We don't see
garbage.
a 3-team trade, but he have a 3. He proposed a 3-team trade. So the Packers get a first rounder in 2022, 2 first rounders in 2022. They get the Dolphins pick from the Niners, and they get the Steelers first rounder. Wow. They get the Dolphins or the Niners first rounder in 2023.
Uh-huh.
And a 5th rounder that same year. The Steelers get Tua. The Dolphins get Aaron Rodgers and a 4th round pick in 2023.
I don't think that works.
First of all, there's never been a 3-team trade in the NFL. I mean, this trade that happened recently with the Niners and the Dolphins, and then the Dolphins trading up with the Eagles and this and that.
Yeah, no, I'm cool.
Hang the phone up.
I'm hanging. Only ones I see so far is out.
That Cleveland trade.
If I'm Cleveland, I'm throwing in more players.
If I'm gonna be honest with you,
I mean, more picks.
yeah, because I'm gonna be honest with you, Cleveland. They say a team when you're that close, you only have about max 3-4 years, and they're already year 2 into that window almost.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're approaching year 2 into that process. So, they took the first step a couple years ago. Then they made the playoffs this year. So now they're supposed to take the next step. So I don't know.
Ever since you called him sorry, he been balling.
He's still sorry. I can't say what I really want to say. You gotta watch the earlier episodes.
Let's go to the number 2 team, and that's the Washington Football Team. They offer
I'm hanging up.
a first. Yeah, you probably are.
I'm about to say I don't think they have enough to offer unless they offer to somebody on that defensive line. It ain't gonna work.
Unless you offer the defensive line.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're offering first rounder in 2022 and 2023, along with first and second rounders in 2022 and 2023. So 4 picks.
That was great defense. That was some BS.
Ryan Fitzpatrick
Bye.
and a defensive tackle is in Mike Ioannidis. Who? First of all,
Whoa. Matty Adonis?
yes,
He's good. He's not weak, but that's not enough.
and that's it for Aaron Rodgers.
No way. No way in hell.
Nah. So now let's move on to my Denver Broncos, who Bill Barnwell has number 1. Drew Lock, Tim Patrick, Patrick Surtain, who we just drafted, and 2 1s for Aaron Rodgers and Eric Stokes. I'll let y'all go first.
If I'm Denver, I might throw another pick too. Hey yo, you want 3 first? 3 first round picks? Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, pretty much.
John don't want to give a Patrick Surtain.
Man, we just got this dude. But it's Aaron Rodgers. Let's go, man. Cut the check, man. Oh, man. Denver.
Giannis go make a free throw.
Both of these teams' defense is garbage.
Get the deal done, Denver. That's all I'm going to say. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't think Aaron Rodgers gets traded, at least not now. So let's just keep your eye on that. Before we get to the recap, there was some other big news in the NFL the other day. As we're sitting there watching the game, it talks about how we'll be watching sports in the future. And I've had this conversation with you, B, that I think in the years how the way we watch sports is going to be different. The NFL announced they announced yesterday that Amazon, starting in 2022, will be the exclusive home for Thursday Night Football.
I got Amazon Prime.
Exactly. Amazon Prime will officially be starting in 2022. So this final year, Fox, NFL Network, Amazon.
Did he just miss the free throw?
No, he made it.
Okay.
So this year you'll still have the same broadcast rights. Fox, NFL Network, simulcast, NFL, and Amazon will all still, do the triple simulcast. But Amazon paid Fox a year. They got Fox to buy out a year so they can start.
Oh, good defense, Holiday.
Sounds like Milwaukee's going to take 2 in a row from Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn, wait till we get Harden back.
Pretty much. Really MVP of that team.
This is a big deal, right?
No.
Yeah, because they might end up playing each other in the playoffs.
Wow, Giannis his form is hideous.
No, that's not a big deal.
What do y'all think? And being ready, I'm really intrigued to hear your opinion on this because obviously we stream on Facebook and YouTube. So the thought now that we're going to have a specific game of the week only available for those who stream digitally on your phone, your iPad, your computer, or your streaming device, whether it's your Roku or your Fire Stick, whatever. Pause. How big of a deal this is for the NFL to now say that they're joining the new age because they were really late to the party when it came to streaming. Yes,
$1 bill, y'all.
More money. You open up more streams. I mean, you have to do a deal with Facebook. You got to do a deal with Hulu. You got to deal with whoever the case. It's more money. It's a win.
You bring that up with Hulu. It was announced that now the NFL Network is going to be available on Hulu Plus. So those who have Hulu Plus, who stream Hulu Plus, they can get the NFL Network and the NFL Network Red Zone channel.
Oh yeah, I got Hulu Plus.
So
that's the one without the commercials and everything, right?
Right.
Yeah, I got that one.
So, I think this is all in the wake of the Super Bowl. The ratings were down this year in the Super Bowl on CBS, but they set records in streaming.
Darvin Ham.
Yeah,
It's all about the money, man. Different ways to get more money coming in. That's all. I mean, to me, that's all it's about, man. And now with the streaming, it's controlled on where the money's coming from.
Pretty much.
It's a bunch of behind the screen politics that's going on with this, but that's good for I guess the NFL because soon the salary cap will go up.
And I said this. I had to talk to my pastor about this recently. We were talking about the Super Bowl. I think in 5 years, cable TV is going to be really almost extinct.
I think it's at that point now.
It's getting there now. Remember, we just had this conversation last week when we were preparing for the watch party.
That's what we're doing right now. We in the middle of setting it up to get rid of cable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only reason why I have cable in my house is because my parents don't know how to use the streaming things yet.
Yes, Kenzie. So got Hulu Plus is Hulu Live. That's right, Nick. Hulu Plus is Hulu Live TV.
Yeah. They got live TV on there, yeah.
Yeah, so that's we hear that you see Damian Lillard rapping in those commercials. You know why now? But
It's two different packages, though, right?
You have the
The
regular
one that Damian Lillard advertises, you got to pay for that one.
right? Okay.
Yeah, that one costs that was it cost like $70, $80.
A year?
No, I think you just pay for it at once because it's like it's monthly for that one.
It's not $70 a month though.
There's no way.
Yeah, because you literally get like all the NBA games and all the anything sports related. You'll have all of it.
Wow.
So I don't know if I pay. And this is not. I think this conversation should be something for No Rules.
Yeah, y'all can segue that tomorrow.
But
I'm
I'm not paying $70 a month for one streaming service.
No.
If it was all of them combined, then yeah, I'm with that. But I'm not paying.
Like I pay for the bundle with Disney Plus, Hulu.
You pay for the what?
The bundle, the Disney bundle with Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus.
Right.
Yeah, that's $12.99. That's $12.99.
That's a good
Netflix
deal,
is
too.
Netflix is now up to $13.99.
Yeah, Netflix. And I remember Netflix was like $6. Was it 6 or 7, something like that? It used to be cheap. It was 7.
Kenzie said he thinks it's $50 a month.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So let's recap this draft, gentlemen.
Are we gonna do the top 5 for our team?
We gotta
or-
do the
Oh,
top.
let's do that first, and then we'll get into the draft.
It
So-
would be difficult for me and the Raiders.
Okay, so I'll go.
It's probably gonna be difficult for all of us.
It really
Yeah.
is. Well, I know. All right, so I'll go first. Since my team was the worst, was garbage from the last year. My 5 most important Denver Broncos. Obviously, starting with John Elway.
Should be Terrell Davis.
He's number 2.
He should be number 1.
It'll always start with the quarterback. No matter much as we hate or love it, it will always start with the quarterback. So
Not mine.
Well, I'm going. Well,
Hey.
you're an exception to the rule. What you got?
Hulu Live Plus or with live TV, $64.99 a month. If you don't want ads, $70.99 a month.
A month?
70.
That's pretty much cable.
Yeah, that's cable.
What in the world was going on with that cat?
I don't know. So, pause. That out there.
That's not a pause.
No. So anyway, I got John Elway, Terrell Davis. That's number 2. Von Miller, only defensive player in the Broncos history to win Super Bowl MVP. Yes,
Over Steve Atwater?
he's on there. Atwater, and then I gotta have my guy Champ. And that's leaving off a lot of guys. I'm leaving off Rod Smith. I'm leaving off Shannon.
You only said 4.
Okay.
What was that linebacker name over there?
The white boy.
Romanowski?
Romanowski.
No, he does not make the list.
He was racist.
Super.
Yeah. So Elway and TD.
He's a hell of a football player, though.
Shannon. Can't leave Shannon off the list. Can't leave Shannon.
There's no way you can make a Bronco list and not have Shannon Sharp on
I
there.
can't leave Shannon off the list.
You can't leave none of those offensive players that won that Super Bowl off.
Say 98. Just pick 5 people from 98.
That's easy. If I had to pick 5 people from '98, it's Elway, it's TD, it's Shannon, Rod Smith, and Ed McCaffrey.
But this is see.
Oh no, Atwater. I'll pick Atwater over McCaffrey.
I'm about to say,
'Cause
whoa.
I think McCaffrey more of a 49er than I do a Bronco. Even though
But this is what makes it fun. It's not just 1 year though.
I know, right?
It's all over. So
I
you
mean,
got 3. Was y'all doing 5?
5.
You got 3 from 98 already.
yeah.
I mean, that was the Broncos' best team.
Yeah. Actually, the night. Yeah, that's it. The two teams won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't care what records Peyton and them broke. They wasn't better than that team.
Peyton would not make this list.
They was no way.
He not make this list. So Elway, I got Elway, TD, Shannon. Oh man, I gotta have Atwater on there. And that's the number 5 spot is difficult because I could go Rod Smith, who's our all-time leading receiver. Von Miller is the highest draft pick in Broncos history, and probably the greatest next to Atwater, probably the greatest defensive player in the franchise. Or you go with Champ.
I was about to say, you've got this dude named Champ Bailey.
Yeah, that's why Marcus looking at me like that.
Yeah, don't forget him.
I can't forget. I had his jersey on Thursdays. It's my
Yeah.
favorite defensive player, man. So that's why. Oh man.
Who else was over there? Atwater, Champ Bailey. Who else on defense end? Corner.
Oh, we had Tyrone Braxton. We had Darian Gordon. We
You
had
Tony Braxton.
Tyrone Braxton.
Oh.
That's our cousin.
Shout out to Birdman. I'm just saying.
What? Oh, that Birdman.
I'm trying to think who else was like good. Obviously, we had Neil Smith, but that was he's about to be Neil Smith was the
You
Chief.
should have said one of them offensive linemen.
Well, obviously, I can talk about what's the dude name? Offensive lineman. Tom Nalen. That's the best offensive line we had. Oh, and Schlereth.
Yeah.
I think if we had think of Randy Gradishier in the '80s, Tom Jackson.
Y'all have some good players.
This is difficult, man.
Unfortunately, I had the wrong uniform on.
Well, yeah, it improved every time we was in the Super Bowl when we wore that color.
Yeah, that was John Elway.
Every time we wore orange in the Super Bowl, it was not. The game was over after the first quarter.
It was John Elway.
I'm not gonna say what I think it is, but
Stop it, man. Say that for no rules, B. So I'm looking at. I'm trying to think, man. Who? I got that's champ. I that's my 5,
Who
man.
you got, Nick?
That's my 5. Elway, TD, Shannon, Atwater, champ.
Y'all should already know who number 1 is. It's for sure Charles Woodson. Charles Woodson for sure number 1 Raider. I'll have to say, I'll probably add Jack Tatum. Dude was no joke. I want to say Rod Woodson, but
Rod Woodson's a Steeler.
he's more Steeler.
He's a Steeler.
So yeah, that's why I'm like I'm not gonna say him. Most definitely Tim Brown.
I'm about to say.
How
yeah.
you? Yeah. I mean,
Oh, no,
what are you
I was gonna
about to
say Tim Brown.
I
say.
don't know how we got the 3 without Tim Brown.
Yeah, Tim Brown. Marcus Allen.
Yeah.
I really want to say Bo Jackson, but I don't know. Bo Jackson wasn't no joke.
He was on your list, man. He was still one of the
That's at the end of the day, dog. It's your list.
it's on your list, man.
It's either him or Howie Long.
Howie Long was great.
Yeah, pause. Yeah. And if we go on OG, like I say, like Gene Upshaw,
rest in peace.
yeah, Art Shell, yeah. The Raiders had a lot of good players. You know something?
Willie Brown.
And all that shit, yeah, Willie Brown. You know,
in peace.
on the real though, I got to put, of course, I got to take what's his name up out of there.
Take who?
Who'd I say so far? I got to take Howie Long out of there, and I got to pause and add John Madden, and I got to add John Madden. I have to add Flores.
Tom Flores. So your 2 coaches.
Got to add the 2 coaches.
Got you.
Only because the legend that John Madden is, this is getting terrible. And the fact that Tom Flores was the first first Latin American to win the Super Bowl.
And get inducted in the Hall of Fame finally.
Yeah, you know how they hate on the Raiders during that time.
You wouldn't leave Howie Long in there?
Hey, watch out, man.
Yeah, that's
He wanted to take out Howie's Long.
Stop it, man.
Are you kidding me?
That's cold. Y'all wrong.
For me,
Mom said she likes the background. Thank you, Mama. Well, okay. Now we got people in the comments. Ben Ready, I need you to hear this because my boy SoCal said he's a Charger fan like you. And then we'll get the mark. He's top 5 most important Chargers. LT, Junior Seau, Phillip Rivers, Antonio Gates, Dan Fouts.
He got Phillip Rivers over Dan Fouts.
I don't know if it's in particular order.
Not in the order, but
That's
those
just fine.
Okay, I'm about to say.
Hey, how did Van Fleet get from Milwaukee to LA so fast?
JetBlue.
Wow.
Of course.
I don't know if we ever. Of course, JetBlue.
Yeah, of course.
For me, it's gonna be
Oh!
For me, it's gonna be Bruce Smith number 1.
Always, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. Thurman. Marv Levy.
Yes.
Yes. They say everybody from that squad.
OJ.
Don't do that.
OJ. And Jim Kelly.
Wow.
Ain't no cop Jay Reed.
Ain't no cop Jay Reed.
That's a tough list
Yeah.
to get on. Tough list.
That is. We had to do like an all second team. If I had to do a second team, then I think, okay, I blow Von, Rod Smith.
If we do a second team, I'm gonna do Tyrod. I'm gonna do
Stop.
Levi Wallace.
If you do the second list, you gonna what?
Yeah, it's not putting Tyrod on no list with the Broncos, man. Speaking of Tyrod, Tyrod was the talk of the draft over the weekend. You know why?
Why is that?
Because the Houston Texans, with their first pick in the 3rd round, took a quarterback.
Oh, wow.
So let's get to our draft recap, gentlemen. Okay, let's first see who won the mock draft.
You did.
John, you did. We said that 17
yeah.
times on Thursday. But go ahead.
Let's do a count. Let's do a count. Let's do a count.
You had 6.
You had 6.
And then let's add the fact that the Chiefs took Nick Bolton in the 2nd round, so I technically had 7. Go figure, right? So
He just had to figure out a way.
So let's go ahead and recap the draft. Let's start off with the AFC East. Mark, your division.
Everybody did good.
Who had the best draft in that division?
I want to say the Jets.
I agree it's the Jets.
Yeah, most
I
definitely.
want to say the Jets, and then Miami was second.
I would say the Jets because you get obviously your quarterback. And by the way, we got to talk about the story about his mom. His mom became a viral sensation. I mean, how did that get across how did that not make it across the airwaves of Sports for You between the 4 hours that
What happened?
Zach Wilson's mom became a viral sensation? That put it like this: they were calling her Stifler's mom. They were calling her Stifler's mom. Rich Eisen was just saying we drafted Stifler and his mom.
John, just keep talking.
Okay, so I liked it, and then I like they got Elijah Moore. He got Elijah Moore in the second round.
That's his mom?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What's she like? What, like 32?
I don't know, man. But they called her Stifler's mom. I was like, okay, I have to go look and see. But I was like, whoa.
I'm about to look up how old she is.
She got to be decent. Yeah. I was like, how did I miss that? Yeah, I don't know how we all missed it. Honestly, I like what the Dolphins did. The two Jalen's. They got the lineman from Notre Dame in the second round.
She's 41.
Wow.
That's right up my alley.
She just turned 41.
Said she was single too.
Yeah.
I like what your Bills did, Mark and Russo.
I really did like Buffalo's draft, the whole draft, with getting a interior lineman. Man, that's how you build a team.
And then who else? And then obviously the Patriots getting Mac Jones.
Hey, why did Mac Jones walk up so set? All right.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. He's gonna have to ask. He's gonna have to answer for that, man. No. Why was he walking like?
No.
Don't look at the way the dude walked to the podium, man. That's what I'm gonna say.
I said sassy.
He really was. I'm like, dude, where are you going?
He was walking like Vince McMahon.
He really was. And now let's go to the NFC East. Pause. NFC East. Y'all crazy, man. Who had the best draft in the NFC East?
I would have to say.
Yeah.
I'll probably have to say.
There was so many jokes.
Not Washington. What you call it for sure? Probably it's probably either the Giants or the Eagles. I want to more so go towards the Eagles, probably.
Devontae Smith. They got Landon Dickerson in the second round. Wow. I had him going to the Rams. So how did
I like what the Eagles did. Hopefully Devontae Smith pans out.
I'm going with the Giants.
Yeah, it has to be between them two.
Kadarius Toney. Then you got your boy Azeez Ojulari in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
And they got the Bears' first round pick next year in the Justin Fields trade.
Yeah, that was a good trade by the Giants.
I like what the Eagles did moving up to get Devontae Smith. I said they got Landon Dickerson in the second round. Washington, I get why Ron Rivera picked Jamin Davis. He likes linebackers. That's his.
He usually draft good linebackers.
And
he
they
drafted Luke Kuechly, Shaq Thomas,
Well, the analytics say he's.
Will Thompson.
The analytics say that he's probably was one of the fastest linebacker in the SEC. And then the Cowboys, I think if I'm Jalen Smith and I'm Leighton Vander Esch, I hope you didn't buy. I hope you're renting and not owning in Dallas.
What's his name? Vander Esch gonna be the one to get up out of there because he keep getting hurt.
Because now they didn't just draft Micah Parsons.
Mm-hmm. They drafted 2 linebackers.
They got Jabril Cox in the 4th round from LSU. What's all these news with these names, man? Stop.
You showed up these nudes with the name?
No, these dudes' names, man.
What was his name?
His name is Jabril.
What was his last name?
Yeah, go look it up.
Hey, speaking of players with names, the Raiders drafted the player with the craziest name. His name is Divine Diablo.
I saw that. That's like
Sound like a Raider.
That's a crazy name to have.
That's a dude who's caught in the in between. He's I don't know if he want to go to heaven or hell.
Hope show over. Where the music at?
That's
Where the music?
Perkins.
Show over.
Wow. Because he's calling. I should have said he's stuck in purgatory, but y'all get the picture. But
Nah, you painted that picture.
yeah,
That's that Bronco hate.
whatever. And then let's move over to all right. So we did. So let's move over to the AFC North. The Browns. By the way, someone need to get Miles Garrett a looser jacket. I felt bad for his jacket, man. He looked like the freaking Incredible Hulk with falls.
Man.
Yo.
Yo, I can't sit right here no more.
What?
Why not, man?
Oh,
Listen.
Show over it again.
Listen.
Look.
I like what the Browns did in the draft, getting Greg Newsome in the first round.
Got a steal of the draft in the second round.
And now we know why Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah was slipped to the second round. It came out that he had a heart issue.
Yeah.
And that was the reason for why his stock, he started falling into the draft, even though doctors said he was cleared and he was healthy enough to play. So, but yeah, they got a steal there.
Yeah.
And they got the fastest dude in the draft, Anthony Schwartz from Auburn.
They did good.
The
would've said
thing
that
about the
about
Browns is like
Cleveland Browns.
if you really look at the Browns, even over like the past like 6 or 7 years, they draft pretty well. The thing is that they just draft well really on one side of the football. They finally start getting everything clicking on the offensive side because they always draft the right defensive players.
Right.
So that's been their problem.
The Bengals getting Jamar Chase. They did get a lineman in the second round.
I'm glad they listened to me.
Yeah. Jamar Chase, by the way, he's going to wear number 1. He's wearing number 1.
Wish the Raiders listen to you.
The Ravens, 2 first-round picks. Obviously, they give Jason Oweh with 1 pick. That's the guy that had the. By the way, whoever did those draft profiles, that was the guy that had the most weirdest profile I've ever seen in my life. I'm not even going to say. Go back and look at the draft party. You want to know what was his draft profile?
What'd he say?
That was the freaky guy. Pause. That's all I can say.
I don't know which one was funny, the way it was or the way John said it.
I don't remember what it said. I don't remember what it said. You kept saying it that night. I can't even remember what it was.
Did he say the freaky guy?
Yeah, that was
Because that's something
was
on his draft.
insane.
There was something on his draft file.
It said the freaky tester.
That,
yeah,
him.
the freaky tester.
Him, yeah, that's him.
Yeah, he was a freaky tester.
They don't know.
I have zero clue.
And then John called him a freaky guy.
Are you kidding me?
I didn't know what to say, man.
Blood clot.
Okay, so then, nice one, Paul George. The Steelers. Sorry, Mark. Casey said sports for you after dark. Huh? In the comments. Najee Harris going to the Steelers.
That was a great draft pick. I'm sorry, but it
That
was.
was. I'm not mad at that. Was.
Especially for
'cause-
them. He's the perfect running back they need up over there.
Well, Mark said he would have been perfect if he was a Bill.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And they got Pat, the tight end from Penn State. Fire move.
Fire move,
That was his name.
bro.
His name was Firemouth, I think.
That's what
You're kidding me.
That's how it's spelled. That's how it's spelled, man. I just know the dude went to Penn State. That's all.
Yo, that doesn't help nothing. Yo, are you serious? So wait,
What's his name? John.
his name is Firemouth, and he went to Penn State.
Yeah.
All right, the show about to get canceled after this episode, y'all.
And it was a TE.
Oh my God! Yeah, show over with. That was horrible.
Wow. And then, boy.
No rules edition.
Oh, man. Okay. Let's move over to the NFC North. The Packers. They claim they're not trading Aaron Rodgers. That's all to talk about with them.
I think the Bears.
It was the Bears.
I think the Bears did something really well for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, they
Like
actually drafted a quarterback after Jim McMahon said that that quarterbacks go to die in Chicago. Justin Fields falling. Justin Fields falling, and them at number 11 was the steal of the first round.
I agree.
Atlanta should have drafted them, but go ahead.
And then Minnesota, which is interesting because Minnesota, they took a lineman, but they were prepared if Justin Fields fell past 13 to take him at 14. And they told Kirk Cousins, we would consider drafting a QB, in which they did in the 3rd round because they took Kellen Mond.
Oh, they told
Kirk Cousins that they weren't looking at drafting quarterbacks.
Wait. So the Minnesota Vikings were actually smart enough to go to Kirk Cousins and tell him, hey, we're thinking about drafting a quarterback. But the Green Bay Packers, who have, a lot of people will say either the first or second best quarterback in the league, and they didn't tell them nothing when they drafted a quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why he wants to get up out of there.
And Minnesota did take a quarterback. They took Kellen Mond in the 3rd round because they don't have no other quarterbacks under contract outside of Kirk Cousins.
They're not never getting rid of his contract. Don't do that, PG.
Then you think about the Detroit Lions. They get Penei Sewell.
That was a great pickup for them because they ain't going to be able to do nothing else because they got Jared Goff as their quarterback. Boy, the Rams fleeced them.
Yeah. Les needs a shark, man. And then let's go over to the AFC South. And I want to start with the Houston Texans. And let's start with Deshaun Watson.
No.
He's been real quiet lately. I said this the other day.
No more quiet than Patrick Beverly.
Now who's returning. But it's been real quiet on the Deshaun Watson front lately. And I bring this up because last week, out of nowhere, Antonio Brown and his ex-trainer settled. Non-disclosures were signed. And then the day before the draft, he re-signed with Tampa Bay. You never heard nothing from Deshaun Watson's legal team? You haven't heard nothing from the defense? It's real quiet. And then the first thing the Houston Texans do, because they didn't have a first or a second round pick because they gave 4 1s and 2s to the Dolphins for Laramie Tunsil.
That was the dumbest thing I've seen a team do in a long time.
Are you kidding me?
In an NFL trade.
And they went ahead and drafted Davis Mills out of Stanford with their first pick. And that even had Rich Eisen. I'll tell people, go find a video of Rich Eisen's reaction when Davis Mills was drafted by Stanford. Go even find the whole NFL Network's reaction. Because they just basically told you they're preparing not to have Deshaun Watson in 2021. Rather, he's traded, or as Adam Schefter reported on Saturday, there are some people think he might not have played at all this year because of his legal issues.
And we said that. NFL hasn't said nothing.
They have Tyrod there, Ryan Finley, and now Davis Mills.
Yeah.
And I'm calling out their GM and calling out names because he said the dumbest statement about that pick, but I'm going to save that for later.
Okay.
The Titans, Caleb Farley, obviously he was rejected a top 10 pick, but 2 back surgeries failed to them in the draft in the 20s, and they took a flyer on him, which I had no problem with.
Hope he do better than the first round pick from last year.
Or the 4th round pick they just signed, or the 4th round pick who's now facing charges because they found out that he assaulted a woman in April. Name was Rashad Weaver.
Well,
they drafted him. They said we're aware of the situation. They put the whole standard. Don't tell me you did not know about this dude's legal situation before y'all drafted him in the 4th round.
If they know about somebody's mom being a prostitute, they should know about somebody's legal issues.
Stop it. So come on, man. And then there's the Colts, who got Kwity Paye. Mm-hmm. They had another lineman they took also in the 2nd round. That was a nice pickup. But then obviously the talk on the AFC South is about the Jacksonville Jaguars, who had the number 1 pick. They take Trevor Lawrence. They had a 2nd first-round pick, and they take Travis Etienne. Sorry, Mark. Then you have they went and took Tyson Campbell from Georgia with their first pick in the 2nd round. They moved up. They got Walker Little from Stanford. So they got Trevor Lawrence some O-line protection. So the Jaguars seem like Urban Meyer. He's doing good. He's doing good so far. Let's just see can that transfer onto the field when games are played.
He's not.
If Tyson, if the cornerback from Georgia pans out, because that's one of them players where if he turns up in the NFL, he's gonna be a really good cornerback. So if that pans out for him, because they got a safety too, right?
Yeah.
I think they had a really good draft too.
And then over to the NFC South, obviously the Falcons had They take Kyle Pitts with the 4th pick. Highest tight end ever drafted. Now you put him with Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, because you declined the 5th-year option on Hayden Hurst.
Julio Jones is there for now.
We'll see. Sounds like it. And then you look at Carolina. A lot of people thought maybe they could have been a quarterback team, but when you trade for Sam Darnold, you don't need a quarterback.
Yeah.
And they went and took J.C. Horn, the cornerback from South Carolina, the son of Joe Horn. He was the first defensive player taken. First 7 picks were all offensive players. And then you look at the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know the dude they drafted. I know he went to Houston. But I'm okay. And it was like there were so many other players available you probably could have took. You just take the best player available when you're picking that late in the draft. So I don't understand their draft. And then there's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They get Joe Tryon, the edge rusher from UW, and then they take Kyle Trask in the 2nd round.
He's good.
Yeah, he is.
Both those players is good, but the end from UW, I think he's gonna be a solid pick, especially in that system.
And the thing is, they're not gonna need him. They're not gonna need him to do much because obviously they're bringing the whole squad back.
Pretty much.
He's there to be the heir apparent to JPP when his contract expires. Pretty much
he misses.
And let's go over to the AFC West. Me and Nick's AFC West. My Broncos had a good draft. I don't care what y'all say. Yeah, we didn't draft a quarterback. So what? But I like the Patrick Surtain pick. I like us moving up to get Javonte Williams. I like the pick of getting Quentin Myers, the guard from Wisconsin Whitewater. I like our draft. Our draft was good. I like the safety we got in the 5th round. I like everything we did. George Payton, you did good. And I know he didn't go draft a quarterback because he's playing chess right now. He's keeping an eye on what's going on with Deshaun Watson and Aaron Rodgers. That is why they didn't draft a quarterback and they just settled for trading for Teddy Bridgewater, who he drafted when he was working for the scout team, where he was in the scouting department in Minnesota. Then there's the Super Bowl champion Chiefs. They didn't have a 1st-round pick. Their 1st-round pick was Orlando Brown Jr. They traded him, who they got in a trade from Baltimore. Then they took Nick Bolton, the linebacker from Missouri.
What's up with jerseys of those? Are they trying to look like the old, like a newer version of Vince Carter's?
I have zero clue.
Them jerseys is ugly.
Those are the Tampa Bay Raptor jerseys. Those aren't Toronto Raptor jerseys.
Oh, God.
And then you think of the Chargers, Ben's Chargers. I thought they had a really good draft.
I thought they did too.
Rashawn Slater, Asante Samuel Jr.
That's 2 good picks.
And
that's 2 starters.
And then Nick
Travel
Raiders.
I'm gonna be honest with you. He better make that week. I actually had in the totality of everything, I actually didn't mind our draft.
Our draft was pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that we could have got the Leatherwood pause in the 2nd round instead of the 1st round, and then the safety we got in the 2nd round, we could have gotten the 1st round, but we still ended up getting both players. So, but I end up seeing more.
Read the comment Kinsey just put in the comments right now. Pause. I'm just gonna put pause. I'm gonna give that comment a pause right now.
I'm not about to repeat that, but
yeah,
exactly.
They are.
Yeah, but they're most definitely terrible, and Siakam is killing us right now.
This on Sunday.
Yeah, that's true. I just, I really wish that we could have did probably something a little bit different with the 1st-round pick, but like I said, after doing a little bit more research, I ended up finding out that the Raiders actually, they really had this dude high.
Leatherwood?
Yeah, pause. But the guy they really wanted was the dude that got drafted like right before him. I forgot what his name was. Oh my God, who was drafted right? What was his name? But anyways, whoever was drafted before,
Christian Darrisaw.
It was drafted right before him, like literally right before him.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah,
Jaden Phillips was drafted right before him.
That's who it was. They wanted Jaden Phillips, but he got drafted. So he was that guy. Leatherwood was the next player that was up on their list, and what's his name really wanted him on the team. Tom Cable Tom Cable said that this guy would fit the scheme that he has going for the Raiders. He said he would fit that role very, very well.
Got it.
B, were you happy with the Chargers draft?
Yes.
And then y'all got two safeties. Y'all got Trayvon Moore, who a lot of people said was the best safety in the draft, and he fell to y'all at 43.
And what's his name? He's a safety, but he's more like he's one of those weird little hybrid players. Like they can have him play linebacker as well.
And then y'all got the kid. Is it Gillislee?
Yeah.
Some people say he might have his pro potential is better than Trayvon Moore, which is crazy. Y'all got him in the 4th round. So,
And I like the pick from Buffalo. That we got the rusher.
Oh yeah.
He's pretty good, and it's crazy. You know, he's the best pass rusher Buffalo's had since Khalil Mack.
well, don't trade him.
I thought Buffalo was go draft him, but
I thought he would get drafted earlier than that, to be honest.
Okay, so as we wrap this up, y'all favorite pick that your team made from the entire draft? Mark, favorite pick for the Bills?
Russo.
That was a good pick. Yeah, I like Morick. I like that pick a lot. I was actually very happy. You know, they were saying like we drafted too many safeties, but let's just be honest. If you keep the way Bradley's system is, even over there at Seattle had a bunch of safeties and corners up over there they would use in certain rotations they would have. So you know you could never have too many DBs in the league where most of the time. I mean, let's be honest. We had to go against Justin Herbert and Patrick Mahomes for 4 games.
That's true.
So you got to have all the help you can have up over there at the defensive back.
Well, that's why I just said that because my favorite pick was the Patrick Surtain pick.
It should be. That was
Come on.
that was a surprise. I'm gonna be honest.
And
I wasn't expecting y'all to draft him.
And I got to say this: the Broncos hid how much they liked him, so nobody would try to trade ahead of him to get him. So there is our draft recap.
Cowboys fans were hurt behind that, especially Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless was hurt.
So, final thing before we get to calling out names. A team you thought that had the best draft and a team you thought draft was like, come on, son.
The team that was come on, son, was most definitely Washington. Even from the and you know how critical I was of our first round pick. I was even more critical of theirs. I was like, what in the world were they doing? So that was, and you know, the rest of their picks I'm not really big fans of. So I don't know.
Yeah. For me, I like Jacksonville's draft because I think they potentially drafted 4 starters, and anytime you can get that, you got to give that team some credit.
I think it's between Jacksonville and possibly the Jets for me.
The Jets had a really great draft,
and I think the Jets they most definitely put themselves in a predicament to it, like not this upcoming year, but in the future they can be gonna be battling out with with y'all for that title unless Mac Jones ended up being better than he thought he was.
I think he's gonna be really good in that system. What you think, John?
I got the Jets. I totally forgot. We didn't even do the NFC West. Obviously, the 49ers.
Oh yeah, it's 49ers. It's not even close.
Getting Trey Lance. Fooled everybody. Thought we was going Mac Jones. You think of the Arizona getting Zaven Collins. They go with all, and then they got Rondale Moore in the 2nd round.
They're gonna be very good. Number 14,
another receiver. Seahawks. I don't know what they're doing. I can't even name the dude.
That might be 3rd.
Who's gonna be 4?
Seattle.
I don't know what Seattle was doing in the draft. I don't even name the dude they can draft. And then the Rams, they get Tutu Atwell.
Listen,
to be the next Deshaun Jackson. So
listen, don't Seattle still have that quarterback?
Yeah.
That they still have that man over there.
Yeah,
they'll be all right. They got number 3 guaranteed.
All right,
at the very least.
We'll see.
But
but that was a great draft, and thank y'all again for watching us on the watch along, and we'll see y'all next year in Vegas. Wow.
Yeah, that's a great ad-lib for see you in Vegas.
Don't go, and please don't try to slide into Zach Wilson's mom's DMs, folks.
Bro, I'm so glad you finished that statement.
Don't try to slide.
I was about to leave.
Do not slide in that woman's DMs. Her son has enough pressure being the quarterback in New York.
No, sliding his mom's DM.
She only got 6,000 followers. She'll respond.
Wow. All right, so let's
get to see it for sure.
So let's get to calling out names in our main event, and then we'll be heading on out for the night. That's what episode 47 will be.
Do I have to call out names?
Oh, I have like 2 people to call out.
Well, I got 2. Well, I got 3 actually. So
And we got the same person for one of them.
okay, so I'm dropping. Here's my first person. I don't know. Is Molly Karam Rose? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we both gonna chime in on her.
Okay, so she's next. I'll leave her aside. Scott Brooks, for saying Russell Westbrook is the second greatest point guard of all time.
Are you kidding me?
So you got the second greatest point guard of all time with Kevin Durant, James Harden, Serge Ibaka. What have y'all accomplished? Nice with Bradley Beal. What has he accomplished?
All I have to say is this: it's kind of difficult for you to say this dude is the second best point guard of all time when he's not even the best point guard in the league right now.
He really isn't.
Nothing against Russ at all. Russ is one of the all-time greats.
And I also got to say this. We're not criticizing Russell Westbrook. But just because we say we don't agree with a take on him does not mean we hate Russell Westbrook.
No.
I don't think that's expressed. I don't think that's been expressed up here. I don't think nobody ever said that they hate.
Exactly. We never said anything about Russell. But everyone's saying if you say something negative about Russell Westbrook, you're a hater. No.
That's Russell Westbrook's fans.
Yeah, stop being fanboys, please.
His fans are kind of weird.
All fans are kind of weird.
And I'm gonna go to another topic we can deal with Russell Westbrook, and that's Kendrick Perkins.
Uh-oh.
How dare you going to say that Russell Westbrook at the end of the day will have a better career than Allen Iverson?
I'm about to play devil's advocate on that. I can see why he said that. I'm not going to agree.
I'm Stevie Wonder to that.
I'm not going to agree. But outside, I'm gonna be honest with you. The only thing he hasn't done that Iverson has done is lead a team by himself to the finals.
And that's why Allen Iverson is better.
I mean,
listen, man.
Allen Iverson to get drafted to a team that had Kevin Durant.
Allen Iverson's second best player of all time was an ode to Dikembe Mutombo. Before he got to Denver with Melo, or even Detroit, who was the best player he ever played with in Philly?
Andre Iguodala and Lou Williams.
And he was at the end of his, and he was almost out of his prime then.
Listen.
That was before he got the championship.
Who? Yeah, rookie.
That was like young Iguodala.
That was dunk contest Iguodala.
Look, that team had it was Iguodala, Lou Williams, and Kyle Korver. With Chris Webber. The 76ers?
Yeah, Chris Webber at the end of his career, he was the Sixers.
Yeah, he was on that squad. Well, all of them was on the same team. That's like an off-brand super team.
Nobody. That's not true. That's a super team from Wish.
That's what I'm saying. It's off-brand.
Shout out to Wish. Listen, man, it's cute and all, but Allen Iverson is better at basketball than Westbrook at every level. Kindergarten, Pee Wee basketball, junior high basketball, high school basketball. Every time, every level of them picking up basketball, Allen Iverson is better than him. Now, Westbrook numbers is crazy.
Numbers crazy. But he's not better than Allen Iverson. His career won't be better than Allen Iverson's. I love Russell Westbrook. I respect Russell Westbrook.
If he keeps going the way he's going, he'll be better than him.
Stat-wise?
He's already better than him stat-wise.
Yeah, I'm still taking Bubba Chuck.
I'm not saying I'm not going to pick Allen Iverson over Russell Westbrook. Let's not go there, people. But I'm just saying it's not too far-fetched of a statement.
Okay, so my next person I'm calling out is Nick Caserio, the GM of the Houston Texans.
Oh, Lord.
So he said they drafted Davis Mills with their first pick because
Let's go, Boogie.
For competition in the quarterback room. Stop the beat. So you say you're not trading Deshaun Watson, but you draft the quarterback for competition? If you got Deshaun Watson, there is no competition.
What competition? Are you serious? There hasn't been a quarterback since Deshaun Watson.
There's no quarterback
that's been better than him.
There's no competition for your backup. It's Tyrod.
Yeah.
What? Y'all having a competition?
Sure?
Is
Come on,
him
come on
around?
now.
He's
Let's go, Boogie.
Tyrod's the backup. Tyrod's the backup. Let's just be real. What was it a competition? Who holds the clipboard between Davis Mills and Ryan Finley? Get out of here!
Shout out to B-Fan.
Shout out to B-Fan. Okay,
Shout out to Davis Mills being better than Tyrod.
not now. I think
No, right
eventually.
No,
He has to
yesterday.
play, he's only played 11 games, man.
No, yesterday.
Wow. Now Molly Karen Rose.
What happened?
Yo, y'all are crazy.
Dude only played 11 games. He's not better than Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor should only play 11.
Molly Karen Rose, who's on my list, and she's on Nick's list as well.
She's on Nick's what?
List.
Oh.
That's who.
If you're gonna ask a question about dudes' fashion at the draft, don't overtake the segment with your opinion.
That's what she always do.
Ooh, this almost turned to a no rules moment. Oh man, I'm glad
What I'm saying is Friday they did a segment about who was the best dressed at the draft, and every player they showed, she had basically something negative to say. I'm like, come on, fam, let them boys live. And then today you're gonna say that you want Aaron Rodgers to come to the Giants. I'm gonna say this again for Giants fans. You have Daniel Jones. You're not getting a quarterback no time soon.
Yeah, y'all GMs and owners, they really like Daniel Jones. So
again, I'm gonna say exactly what I said in the group chat, John. As a fan, I can understand why Giants fans want to draft a quarterback.
yeah, 'cause
Doesn't mean it's gonna happen.
He's not that good.
But as a fan, they've watched Daniel Jones play. To them, he's not it. It's the same thing when we drafted EJ Manuel 2 years later. I want another quarterback.
I remember that.
EJ Manuel was terrible.
You know what I'm saying? that's what I'm saying. Like you, as a fan, you know when a quarterback's not it for you. When we drafted JP Losman, nope. Give me another quarterback.
You know what's funny? I think we were supposed to draft JP Losman.
You know what's funny? I think in another system, he might have been decent. Because I don't think he was a bad quarterback. He's better than Tyrod.
I don't think he was bad either. Like you said, I think the system was just
JP lost.
That was the Raiders quarterback.
From Venice. Wow. He went to Venice.
That's crazy.
His arm, nothing.
Mark, you got any Mike on names? Or you good?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Nick, let's roll, baby.
All right, look, Molly, this is what you need to do. Your job as the
Mediator.
Moderator.
Man, thank you. As the moderator for the show is that too. But
for sure.
Yeah. Your job is basically to make sure that the show runs properly. You make sure they don't run over time with a certain topic. You know when everything start getting a little bit too heated, you start calming everything down. That's your and your job is to do that while when they ask you for your opinion on something, you go ahead and you chime in. Now, what she does is, for some apparent reason, she thinks that she is the third person on this show to just go ahead and chime in and talk over Max and Stephen A. That's my problem with her.
Are you kidding me?
And it's not just it's not a woman thing. It doesn't matter if a dude was doing the same thing. I would say the same thing. Your job is to be the moderator of this whole entire debate that's going on. But instead, in situations like earlier, you get so into your own opinion and stuff, you forget what your job actually is.
Your job as a moderator is to direct traffic, not hold traffic up.
Exactly.
So she thinks she's part of the debate team too, huh?
And I said this was and you said it the other day, this was basically the casualty of how they muzzled Kerry Champion.
Yeah, pretty much. This is what you got to deal with.
Because they muzzled Kerry.
You muzzled the wrong person.
And
pass.
That was a terrible pass.
So, but that's what I'm saying. I got nothing against Molly. I watch First Take every day.
Yeah, I'm not saying, and the thing is, she doesn't have bad takes.
No.
So, it's just, I don't like the fact of, all right, for example, Stephen A. be talking, and all of a sudden she's talk over him, and he has to stop what he's doing, what he's saying, to tell her, hold on, Molly, let me finish this. There's no reason why he should be doing that.
And then like I said, if you look at how other shows moderate, look at when you watch Undisputed. Look how Jenny Taft moderated.
What the hell is that?
That's Surge.
Oh, okay.
Look at when Joy Taylor was moderating. Now she's more of like Molly in a way. But she's more of a personality. That's why she's on the Herd now.
She has a better personality than her, and her takes are more informal than hers.
So that's why she fits better on the Herd than she did on Undisputed. But if you look at the way Jenny Taft moderates Undisputed, she doesn't get in the way. And that's sometimes where Molly sometimes gets lost in the moment where she gets away from being the moderator to trying to be the third debater.
Yeah, exactly. Good 3. Yeah, and that becomes the issue because now, for example, we over having a topic over who's the best dressed, and you want to go into a whole Joan Rivers fashion debate about everything when in all actuality that's not even that serious. It's just a casual conversation because these dudes they wear their suits and everything. It's a topic.
Like she went a little too hard on Devontae Smith, saying, well, he had the suit, he had the pocket square, he had the DS.
She's a Giants fan, of course.
I'm like, so I said he looked like a chick who has to wear the split in her skirt and have the slip on, and I'm like, come on, pause, man.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Oh, she was tripping. She was out of pocket.
Because they saying that Devontae Smith suit was doing too much. He was doing too much with his suit.
She was doing too much.
Listen, man, them kids getting drafted, man. Let them be them, man. Who cares?
I ain't care about Patrick. You the only one who cared about Patrick Surtain's pants.
She should be talking about her husband too when he got drafted. How about that?
I ain't gonna even talk.
Let's not even go there.
I'm not about to go there with the statement you just said. I don't say that for no rules.
Right. Oh yeah, that's it. But that's it. As you got it?
Yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
All right, and that's calling out names. Before we head on out, we'd be remiss if we didn't pay tribute. On Saturday would have been the 15th birthday of Gianna Bryant. And you noticed over the weekend you've seen the Mambacita gear all over the NBA, over social media. All the proceeds going to the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation.
I got an extra question over here, so.
Okay. So, just want to say that even though she's not here, she's still making an impact on the world.
Yeah, that's dope.
And her mom is making sure. Man, what happened to the score, man? I was just saying, what happened to the score?
Toronto was up 43-0.
I was like, what happened to the score?
I thought I was playing Dallas again.
But yeah, that's crazy. So just R.I.P. Gigi.
Rest in peace, Gigi. Happy birthday, and rest in peace, Kobe too.
All
yeah,
day,
most definitely,
every day. So we're gonna head on out of here. We'll be back next week. We're near the last season. The last week of the NBA season is next week, and then we'll be into the playoffs.
Just a bad pass.
Come on, Rondo, you're doing too much.
So again, thank all y'all who joined us tonight. Again, thank all y'all who joined us for the draft watch party.
That's not Anthony Davis.
So we'll talk more about the NFL. The NFL schedule release is also next week, so we'll preview that, and then the following week we'll recap the schedule.
Good move.
Wow.
Gotta make it.
So again, thank y'all again. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure you like Sports for You and Townhouse Media on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to Townhouse Media on YouTube. Continue following us on all socials, Sports for You Podcast, Townhouse Media now. If you're listening digitally, always Spotify, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Stitcher, and Verbal. And just make sure you're following us and stay tuned to everything we got going on. And we're approaching the countdown to the 50th episode in a few weeks. So stay tuned. It's going to be a celebration.
Nifty 50s.
All right. And that would be another episode of Sports for You. I'm John. That's Mark.
Go what up with it?
That's Nick Freeze.
All right.
The man on the board, the great producer Ben Reddy. And that is episode 47. We'll see y'all next week. Be blessed. Peace.
47.